What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the 1936 start EU4 A-only game. It's now 1987, about 30 years in game to go till 2017. There's some crazy stuff going on. It's been a pretty crazy world. At the moment, we've got some big wars in Africa with Britain, with France and Italy going after Mali and bringing in Nigeria and Liberia, and now we've got Britain going after Nigeria, and that also brought in Marwa, who probably won't last very long, but either way. And there's also obviously a huge war between one of the four remaining sort of heavyweights in the Americas, and that is Brazil v Mexico. I think over time Brazil should start to win because they've got lots of troops in the south that are heading north. Other wars, we got Spain and Spanish La Plata v Bolivia, and they are losing at the moment actually because I think there's some rebels getting in the way, and there's also British East Africa getting destroyed by Portuguese East Africa, and there's also those two wars in Africa as mentioned. We'll keep an eye on them. But at the moment, yeah, there's some. Britain always been here. British. Okay, this is just Britain's land. But yeah. So now Britain gets involved. It gets a little bit tougher for Nigeria, to say the least. And obviously Marwa are here. And actually, there's no British troops here at the moment, so they're fine to do what they want. China were subsidizing Marwa. They're not anymore. Wow, you have a lot of enemies. Britain, Japan, Soviet Union, US. That's pretty bad for you, China. I would not recommend staying like that. But yeah, the independent African nations having a tough time at the moment. Mali, Nigeria, Liberia. Only Egypt has sort of had a good game of the independent Africans. Even they got some stuff stolen off them by Britain early in the game. And Tunisia, I don't think have been here the whole game, have they? They got released by Germany, as did Morocco. So they're both independent and staying pretty quiet because they are friends with Germany. But other than that, it's been pretty quiet for those guys. So we'll see how it goes. I'm going to go and focus on what's going on down here. So, oh, big battle, 60 stack. And Brazil's actually losing to Mexico. Is there a big tech difference? 90, 89, 89, 89, no, not a huge difference, but Brazil did lose that battle. Oh no, actually it looks like Mexico lost in the end, but Mexico were winning. There's also a 50 stack here from Mexico retreating, but Mexico can catch them out. Places like the Panama Canal can do some damage, but yeah, Brazil seem to have the numbers, and Brazil obviously clearly are a bit stronger. They're up to 5th now on the Great Powers list. They've now overtaken Japan. That's not good. It's not Hirohito anymore, it's Yamato. That won't be happy for him, who is an embezzler. Stop embezzling your government and get them to do something. Actually, they've got some pretty impressive armies. Credit to them. There's pretty impressive numbers here. So they still have control over South Korea. See, there's no Korean nation itself been released yet. It's split between Manchukuo and Japan. They also have a little bit here. A few provinces. And I think, I can't really tell. Are these islands? Oh no, these islands are Soviet Union islands. I can't really tell who's who. I think these are Japan. And yeah, okay, the Kuril Islands are Japan. Okay. How about, is Hawaii? We haven't even looked at you, Hawaii. Yeah, you're US. Okay. Just out of interest. And there's a new war. China v Britain nationalist war. Just because, why not, hey? Good job, China. Just triggering big wars against global empires. This will be fought in Pakistan, across India, and Southeast Asia for the most part, but I'm sure there'll be other regions. Britain may send some troops in. China have got some strong allies, by the way. If they call in France, that will not be good for Britain, who are obviously invested in their own war at the moment, with Nigeria mainly, Marwa as well. So let's see how this pans out. Brazil now starting to take a bit of a stronger push. They've got 149 stack retreating somehow. Mexico only have a 50 stack left. Oh no, there's another 50 stack. Okay. Maybe Mexico can do it if they pick their battles wisely. Maybe they can hold off Brazil. That'd be interesting. France have now got 68 war score actually, which is pretty impressive. British East Africa, for some reason, has not yet been pieced out. I mean, they're trying to take Zanzibar, which has not gone well. Oh wait, have they got it? No, they haven't got it. What are they doing? Why? Oh, they're running away because there's rebels, which was a dumb idea because they're losing to the rebels. Oh wow, okay, World War like 7 by this point, because, you know, you've got a massive war between Brazil and Mexico, a huge war between China, Britain, huge wars in Africa, there's wars everywhere, and now the Soviet Union are like, hey, Japan, you've been getting off a bit light in this campaign. Oh my goodness, all their stuff dropped as well. I take it the maintenance was low. Yamato was not expecting this. I don't think the Soviets were either. There's no troops out here, so it will take a while to get going. But we'll see how this pans out. Marwa's already doing okay. Good job, Marwa. 74 war score. I expect the French will be the first to peace out, and I can imagine them probably getting rid of Liberia. Oh, Liberia's gone. that was sad. And probably Mali as well in a minute. And then Nigeria will probably... That is weird, because I don't know if anything will happen to Nigeria, because they were guaranteed by the French. So maybe they'll get away quite lucky. But Britain has now got 15 war score in their war, which is a straight up war against Nigeria, bear in mind. Although, have they actually done anything? Like, how did they even get this? I'm not really sure. Oh, there's a 50 stack there, okay. Mali, to be fair, I don't know why Nigeria is giving all this stuff to Mali. I mean, they might just want to, but still. Oh, no, Brazil-Mexico is not over. It's still going on. Still 6 big, juicy wars. China's already winning. Okay, let's see how they're pulling. Okay, yep, they're already invading British Indochina, which is Burma, parts of Bangladesh, and some other nations that I'm probably forgetting. So don't worry about those. They're in my head. I have no idea. I'm probably forgetting them. Oh, but Britain's there with a 56 stack, trying their best. But China's got some more troops coming in. I think they've just poked the bear. Oh, there's actually a huge stack of China. Oh, India's just like, yeah, you know what, China? Common enemy. Enemy of my enemy is my friend. Let's get rid of Britain together. Allows them to waltz on through. 20... Actually, there is a war that was over. I was like, in my head, I was like, has a war ended? It has. British East Africa now consists of that small plot of land up in the north. There. And Zanzibar, which was too difficult. But Portuguese East Africa has grown more. Portugal have done very well this game. I don't think they've been in any big wars. Just looked after their colonies. Helped their colonies expand. Doing a good job. Brazil now on 26 war score, but like I said, the French most likely to peace out, probably with Mali or Nigeria quite soon, so we'll keep an eye on that one for the most part. Let's have a quick look. Okay, Brazil, yep, starting to make more progress. Where's Mexico City? That's even what it's called. I'm not... Is it? Okay, it's this one. The province is, yeah, Ciudad of City of Mexico. There we go, Mexico City. It's still a way away from getting to Mexico City, but there's more than enough Brazilians here to do the job. Brazil's still on this list. Soviet Union are back up to 8th. Well, no, sorry, they fell to 8th. I don't know why they're not embracing this, because they're fighting Japan. They'd be well above Japan if it wasn't for that. It's kind of random, but, you know, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter an awful lot, but, because they're not actually... They won't be too worried about this. Are they actually sending troops over here? No, but Japan's armies are making progress, but that might have been a trick, because Japan has landed their... Oh, no, they're running away. But this 49 stack may not get that luxury. Soviets may just cut them off, and they will get to kill a Japanese stack, which is something that's been rare and hard to do, because Japan has kept their borders pretty close when they were in that war with China and the US and everybody earlier on, if I remember correctly. China has already sieged out Hong Kong, as you'd expect, and well, yep, they're making progress down into Southeast Asia, and in India too. Still 77 war score, no changes there. Spain is still in that war with Bolivia. Did that just end? No, it's still going on, but there's no one actually doing anything. Although Bolivia is just stood inside Brazil, who are sending plenty of reinforcements, as you'd expect, towards the front lines, like Mexico are doing too. I imagine Mexico have less manpower. I wonder what the US is thinking about all this, because Brazil, they can't let Brazil get too strong. So if Brazil took a big chunk of Mexico, you'd start to worry. I mean, you know, okay, you're safe, pretty safe. 5th, what's it? Which one's development? This one's development. 2,300. The US is, you know, twice as much as that. But still, if they did all of Mexico, Brazil, I see it'd take a few, probably like 6 or 7 wars to do that. It's probably unrealistic, actually, to say that that could happen. Yeah, I mean, it would take 10 wars, 11 wars to fully annex Mexico, so probably not going to happen, but you never know. Oh my goodness, France joined China's side. I didn't even notice. Okay, well, that just made things a little bit more complicated for Britain in the most, because they are now at war with both sides of... Oh, never mind, that war's over. Mali is dead. No more Mali. Nigeria is now just at war with Britain. That makes things an awful less complicated. Both sides of that big African war are now at war with Britain. So, no Italy though, and China. So this means Britain's probably going to lose more in Africa. And they may end up fighting in the... They're going to be fighting in the Middle East as well, probably. French Anatolia is here, if it ever lets me zoom in. And now we've got, again, France and Britain. And normally there's not too much fighting on the mainland. So we'll see. Madurai v Mysore, Cochin and Tripura. That is just small Indian nations. Mysore v Madurai is down here. Cochin here. Who's that other nation? Oh, that's the ones up here. Okay, again. But Britain's here to get rid of Marwar, finally. And actually, I think they're just separate piece Marwar for nothing. Soviets -7 against the Chinese. So Brazil have currently got the best war score of any of the wars going on. So we'll have a glance over there. Make sure none of the British colonies have actually broken away, which is all possible with how things are going for them. Oh, China has actually made it all the way to the Arabian Peninsula, although saying that, Britain's now clearing it up. Let's go over here. Mexico. Looks like the final, maybe hope for Mexico rests with this 45 stack and 27 stack. Brazil have made some good progress, and I imagine their first sort of war, they'll clean up and kick Mexico at least out of South America and just up into Latin America. Wars are ending, and I have no idea which ones they were. That small war in India did end, though. And, yep, Madurai has grown a little bit down here. I'm not sure they'll last too long once India start to get their way. And now they're allied to the Soviet Union, India can start to do kind of whatever they want, if I'm going to be honest. Britain then are in that war with Nigeria and China and France, which is pretty huge. There's still a Soviet-Japan war, which is actually being won by Japan. But the Soviets are up here. There's no crossing. If only there was a crossing, these guys would be finding it easy. But there is a 67 stack of Japanese troops running away. Is there going to be a battle? Let's see. They're already... There's war... Oh, they could actually catch Japan out here. They could kill a few stacks. That would be interesting. Oh, another war ended. Brazil and Mexico are no longer at war. I think another one might have ended, but I have no idea. Oh my god. Okay, yeah, they cleaned up South America, as I said, I thought they would. And just to make Mexico's life a little bit harder, they released El Salvador. So there we go, just to introduce some lovely border gore there. Thanks, Brazil. Much appreciated. That is one big Canadian navy. Oh no, it's the US. It's the US with 417 of the 418. Canada contributing just one ship. Why am I not surprised? Oh wow, the Soviet Union turned that around quickly. They were on -8, now they're on +8. Presume that is because they're killing large Japanese armies here in South Korea. Yep, that's what they're doing. And there was also one up here. I think they may have... Wow, they must have made it home. They do have some transports. They have 80 transports. They can get it home unless it's a race and the Soviets won again. Are they going to stack wide? Probably not. Actually, Japan's winning now for some reason. That was weird. Why did Japan suddenly start winning? Big wars. Big wars going on at the moment. Britain v Nigeria, they're winning. China and France are beating Britain. Spain are actually starting to... Oh, yep, Spain are... Oh no, Spanish... Oh no, Spain are here, fighting for Bolivia too. But Liberia is still here. I thought they were fully gone. They are still here, partially. Oh my goodness, British Sudan. Not a good time for you, buddy. Not a good time for you. And there's a peace deal. Which war was it? Oh, it was Bolivia. Okay, there we go. Nothing happened. Good job. That was simple. So, just 3 wars now. We've got Britain v Nigeria, China and France v Britain and friends, and Soviet Union, Japan. And all those wars are in the 20 war scores region. So, oh my... there's starting to be a few more rebels around here. I've got an eye on you. Russian separatists, Volhynian separatists, Crimea... Oh, well, let's ignore those ones. Orthodox zealots. I don't see any more though. Why is there... What are you doing here? British Somaliland. What on... No, nothing wrong with you being there. Hang on. Oh no, I was going to say, is that the Soviet Union again? But no, it is Great Britain. British India, or British Pakistan, we should say, is under Chinese occupation, as is British Indochina at the moment. That is a big stack of British particularists. In the most random place. Like, you'd think they'd rise up in actual Britain. Sudan has turned into a disco. That is pretty cool. Lots of different colours here. I am appreciating that, I'm going to be honest. Who took this? Good job. Just whoever it was. Okay, so 33. Okay, so the other wars have sort of slowed down. Britain is now actually seeing Nigeria single-handedly. Even though they were just in a big war with the French, they're starting to turn the tide around. There's actually French Equatorial Africa revolutionaries down here. That's not good. But Nigeria are up against the 90 stack, so I expect Britain will still win. Just how much China and France sort of meddle with them. That is the main war score that's increased there. The Chinese and... Wow. Yeah, the Chinese and French war score. I wonder, they don't seem to be trying to make an effort to land in Britain. There's not too many troops left in Britain. Only about 60,000. Just over 60,000. France are letting troops wander through... Getting troops to wander through Germany, Poland and the Soviet Union. I have no idea why. Novgorodian separatists. More Novgorodian separatists. It's not good for you, Soviets. Armenian separatists. Turkish separatists. That's not good. Brazil versus Peru. Okay. Bolivia survived all that, only to die. That's how this has gone, because Brazil are absolutely massive. And unstoppable, it seems. They're just... Yep, Peru, probably going to... Actually, I would say separatist, but I think they're going to go for Bolivia first. They're probably not stupid. Japan, how are you doing? This was quite an interesting... Oh, you're back in South Korea. Unoccupying stuff. Good job. But the Soviets are here. They probably need to be heading home, though, these Soviets. I'm going to be honest. This would be troubling me quite a bit. Is there any more popping up? Not at the moment. Not for now. But I imagine there will be. 37 war score. So Brazil. Okay, Japan flipped that again pretty quickly. Japan are now winning. But Brazil are definitely winning. They actually got their highest war score of anybody in the current wars. Even though we saw them only just start that war. Although 41 war score to China, in all fairness. I don't know what China... What was this war for? It was just a nationalist war. I don't know what they're going to take. It's going to be a bit of a mess. I'm not even going to recognise it. I imagine there'll be probably bits of British Indochina, maybe Hong Kong. I don't know what else they'd go for, really. Maybe a bit of British India out here in Pakistan. Probably it. 43 war score. China now leading the way again. There are British troops here. And actually, I don't see any more Chinese troops. They're probably all over the world doing cool stuff, but they're all over here. That's why. That's where they are. No, never fear. Burmese. Oh, Burma might get their separateness here, although China are sort of in the way. You never know, China might release them, as we saw with Brazil and El Salvador. Brazil now 44 war score. Are they making more of an effort? Yep, they're sending in more and more, and that will be the end. Probably Peru will probably disappear, and Bolivia will probably get half eaten up. How long will it take to get rid of Bolivia? How many wars? 220. It would take 3 wars to get rid of Bolivia fully, and that's at 100 war score. We don't know if they'll actually go for 100 exactly. Britain, bang on 0 war score with Nigeria, and actually that British 90 stack is still, well, it's 75 stack now, but it's still here, so it's now fighting all these French troops around it as well. 41, 68, yeah, Brazil seemed to be set. 1991, oh, we're getting near. I'm close to being born in the British Empire, only 8 years to go, and I will have been born in this world. So that'd be pretty cool. I mean, I guess we still have an empire, right, for now. Oh my goodness, is there any more? Any more for any more? I don't think there's any more. Oh, yep, there is. There's oh no, those were always there. Kievan separatists. This is not good. What are you doing? What is your, like, stability at for it to be this bad? I mean, they seem to be doing okay. Problem is they're kind of losing to Japan as a result. which isn't always ideal. A war ended. Britain peaced out with Nigeria. I have a feeling nothing happened. I think I'm correct, but I can't tell. I'm pretty sure. But that was replaced with Hungary and Poland v Romania and Egypt. Good job, Egypt. You honoured the this is one of the weirdest wars so far. But either way, pretty cool to see Egypt involved. I don't know if they'll do anything, but Romania are pretty screwed because it's their 34 stack versus over 100,000 enemy troops of Poland and Hungary. So I imagine Poland, if they're smart, Hungary will get the Balkans. Poland will get this bit of Romania if they sort of divide it up between themselves. Let's go watch this because I imagine there will be a peace deal here very soon. I'm just going to get some water. Sorry. Yeah, Brazil. Oh, there we go. Bolivia. Just a little bit on the coast and a little bit in the middle of nowhere now. Spanish La Plata is once again the second biggest nation in South America. I wonder, would they ever go after Britain? I mean, these wars never tend to end. I think there was one with the Dutch in this game already. Oh, and the Dutch are after Britain, which is kind of weird because the Dutch are pretty much dead. I mean, this is actually now the Netherlands. Like, this is no longer Dutch Indonesia. This is just the Netherlands. So, the Netherlands are basically Indonesia. So, I mean, they're gonna annoy the British down here. Wow, China. That is impressive. Oh, another war. Italy attacked Romania and Egypt joined again. And Egypt will be fighting Italian Maghreb. That is maybe a bit of a more interesting war for the Egyptians to go get involved in. Although there is a 41 stack they probably don't have to deal with over there. Maybe you picked the wrong choice here. Because Italy have been kind of quiet in Europe. They're just allied to the Soviet Union. They were allied to France. That is over now. So we'll see. Maybe Italy want to go in a new direction and expand. But Italy don't have too many options. They can go for Switzerland. Actually, no, they can't. They're guaranteed by Germany. But they can go for Yugoslavia. Unless they've got some new friends. And then they can take out Yugoslavia. And then maybe attack some of the Balkans. Be a little bit braver. Hungary and Poland isn't the strongest alliance in the world. Okay, oh my goodness. What has happened? I'm looking around the world. I don't... Seriously, China? Seriously? You went through all of that. And... did you release everybody? How did you... No, you still have practically everybody. I don't think anything happened. I think Hong Kong may have been it. Like, that might be it. Hong Kong might have been the only thing to have gone China's way. I mean, this is hard to tell because they lost all of India already. They may have lost the odd province here and there, but I feel like Hong Kong was it. But either way, China can do what they want. Who am I to judge? China is actually... oh no, they've always been above Great Britain. Oh, France is back on the Great Powers list, up in 6th because they embraced globalization. Still behind Brazil, ahead of India and Japan though. Soviet Union, I wonder where they will be once they finally get there. If they deal with their goddamn rebels, we might find out. But 2 wars against Romania now raging on. We've got the Soviets v Japan and the Dutch already losing to Britain. You know, the Dutch, they made a bad mistake there. But oh wow, Poland and Italy just in a bit of a race to take up the Greek part of Romania. And this Soviet army was close to losing and it wins. The rebels no closer to freeing anybody just yet, but I'm sure soon. Maybe if it came at a better time, like when they're at war with China, maybe we'd see some more interesting. Bear in mind they've got some great alliances. Brazil and India are both great powers, and Italy seem to be maybe about to start making some movements in Italy to spice things up a bit. If this stuff going on in the east isn't enough already to do that. 60 war score now for Hungary and Poland, and they can't get any more because Italy have taken what they need to get 100 war score. So we'll see how this plays out. Like I said, I think we'll probably see most of this stuff go to Poland and sort of the southern Balkany stuff go the other way. Obviously, actually there's more war score in Egypt. There's some Chinese troops here at the moment, but Italy is now going in to siege out Egypt. But saying that, China's Egypt. Why do I keep saying China? Because they're over there. Egypt is here in Italian Maghreb or Libya, however you prefer it. The Dutch are now really losing. The Soviets are starting to struggle against Japan. They are not willing to attack this Turkish separatist stack just yet. No surprises. I'm surprised. Turkey have been very quiet. They've not got involved in any of this Balkan stuff. They could have probably taken out Romania themselves. But Turkey have just stayed very quiet. They've been very shy. So they did get first ruined by the Soviet Union very early on. I mean, it's not happened again, surprisingly. And obviously France came in, took a little bit more as well, just to really hammer them down. But they're not super weak. I mean, they got a 47 stack. They could do some stuff with that. But yeah, this is probably the end for Egypt. Probably made a bad choice here. Man, imagine Egypt getting turned into an Italian colony. That would not be good. But Italy are pretty... Ascanio Maria d'Este. I guess that's how you say that. I'm sure they're she or he. Can't really tell what sort of name that is. It started with Mario, didn't it? Where did I get Mario from? Ascanio, not Mario. Do rhyme with each other. Ascanio sounds like a dude, but Maria is definitely a girl's name. So I'm not really sure. But one or the other. Brazil versus Spanish La Plata. That is game over, Spanish La Plata. And this could be the end of this video. It is 1993. We are 24 years from the end. Thank you so much for watching. As always, if you have enjoyed, be sure to leave a like, comment, maybe subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.